Holiday cards for your residents, a good idea or a fight waiting to happen? Today on the Landlord Coach Daily Show, let's get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Landlord Coach Daily Show. My name is Mark Dolfini, the host of the Landlord Coach Daily Show and Landlord Coach. It's good to see you all. For those of you who are joining me from parts unknown, please make it known. Let me know where you're coming from. I always love to hear. Someone joined me from Rochester, New York the other day, and I grew up in upstate New York. For many of my friends that are on Facebook and know me, they knew I grew up in actually more downstate from Rochester, but always love hearing from where people are at. I have lots of different connections to lots of different areas of the states, and would love to hear from where you're coming from. So, holiday cards for your residents. Is that a good idea? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Is holiday cards good idea or a fight waiting to happen? So when I say holiday cards, I am not using that in place of Christmas cards. I do not find the word Christmas offensive. If you do, go ahead and click the big X and you can move on about your day. Because if I say Merry Christmas to you and I don't happen to know what your, feelings are about it, can't you just take the damn compliment that I meant to say something nice to you? So whatever. I don't have time for that. Time for Karens that are going to be offended by everything. That's on you. You're choosing to be offended, and I don't have time for that. But what I'm talking about specifically is, should you send cards out this time of year? I know a lot of people, they'll send like Thanksgiving cards and kind of use that as the whole holiday-ish season to cover that. Those well wishes to people's, best customers, their clients, that sort of thing. So are cards a good idea, or are they a fight starter? Now you might think, well, why might they be a fight starter? We'll come back to the Christmas thing here in a second. That one just pisses me off. But the one that really kind of makes me, I'm going to use a different example here. And the example that I will use is birthday cards, right? So let's put this into the realm of rental properties here for just a second. So let's pretend that I want to send you birthday cards to my residents consistently. Okay. So put yourself in their shoes and let's pretend that I'm not even doing anything else. I'm not managing the big stuff, right? Like I'm not taking care of like making sure they've got heat and hot water and they've got a refrigerator that's been broken for 3 weeks. And, but they get a birthday card in the mail. How are they going to feel? Sure, you can send me a birthday card, but you can't make sure that I've got a refrigerator that's working. Now, I say this not out of judgment, but more out of confession, because I've dropped the ball before and it's happened. It still happens from time to time, and you just have to own that. So when it's about the holiday cards thing, what I'm talking about in terms of it being a good idea or a fight starter is it something that you can do consistently? And I mean consistently across the board for everybody. So if you can't, and this is anything, this is sending out birthday cards, this is, calling residents to check in on them, whatever, I'm talking about the extra stuff. If you can't make sure that the basics are done, then don't worry about doing the extras. You can't put icing on cupcake batter, right? You have to make sure that the cake is baked before you start trying to put on sprinkles and everything else, right? So that's really, really big concern. And I know there's a lot of well-intentioned business owners, especially well-intentioned landlords, property managers, things like that want to do the extras when the basics aren't even really being done, right? So this is why I say holiday cards, are they a good idea? Or are they a fight waiting to happen? If you've got the basics down, if you are making sure, I mean, reasonably, I mean, there's always going to be those situations where the ball gets dropped, but reasonably, if you can make sure that all of the major things are being handled, then yeah, I think sending out holiday cards is not a bad idea. I think that's probably something that it's a nice gesture. Generally, people find, feel good about that and that you thought of them enough to send them something. And that's great. Now, let me move on to just a second to the idea of Christmas cards. I don't care if someone sends, a Christmas card specifically, a New Year's card or whatever, but we're talking about Christmas cards. And this whole offensive, like, I'm offended that you told me Merry Christmas. And I'm not sure which song. I'd like to know what the over-under is on different songs this year, of which Christmas songs are going to get canceled and not, because last couple years it's been kind of a disaster. But I don't know. I'm open for conversation on that. But you've got all of these Karens out there that are choosing to be offended. That quite frankly, it just absolutely just drives me crazy. And what is that? Like, that is terrible, right? Like, people just choosing to be offended. I have no freaking time for that. So, what I would suggest is this. If whatever you're going to send out, go ahead and send out. Don't worry about who you're going to piss off. Don't worry about who you're going to be offending. Be who you are. But what I would say is make sure that you're doing it and doing it consistently. So if you want to say Merry Christmas and that's fine. If you want to say Happy Holidays and you don't really want to lace up the gloves for a potential fight, with that, then fine. But what I would say is just make sure that you're getting the basics of your business delivered first before you start trying to do the nice to do sort of things, the additional stuff. Because if you're not getting the basics done, then don't try to put icing on cake batter. Okay. So, by the way, if anybody happens to know the cheat codes for defeating a Karen, I'm not sure. I don't really know what they are. I've tried down Z, up arrow, XA, and that doesn't seem to work. So if you know them, I'm happy to, I would be appreciative of helping with that. That is all I have for today. Thanksgiving. It is truly one of my favorite holidays. It actually is my favorite holiday. It is my favorite holiday because I love turkey dinner, turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce. I could literally do that every day for every meal and probably not get sick of it. I freaking love turkey dinner. But anyway, that's all I have. So if you are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, wherever you have me watching this, please remember that Thanksgiving is truly a time to give thanks for what we have and just look around. And, if 2020 has taught us nothing else, that there's a lot for us to be thankful for. So I am very thankful for so many things in my life, for my health, for my God, my gal, my sons, my relationship with my friends. The fact that we still live in an amazing country. I'm thankful for so very many things, and I hope that you can take time out and be thankful for that stuff too. That's all I have. Let's go ahead and finish up with a quote. This is one of my favorite people. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work gains success. Greatness will come. That is, of course, by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Good dude. I like him a lot. And that's all I have for today. So please be sure to place a value on your free time, because if you don't, someone else will. But most important, there is no amount of money that will make time irrelevant. Have an awesome Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys next time. Take good care.